Well, you research, you set your parental controls, on your TVs, your iPads, your iPhones. You hand over the phone to your kids. You think you're cool for some screen time. You think you're safe. But guess what? Kids are finding ways to work around their parental controls here. They're outsmarting the system. So we brought in Jeff Gottfurcht, the CEO and co-founder of Cyber Dive, to give us some tips. I mean, you think the kids grew up with the technology. They know it better than us. So they know what we've done, don't they?
Absolutely. The thing that is against us is, for instance, there are 17,000 apps that we cover with our smartphone for kids. How do parents get a hold of that? How do they understand that? So for parents, it is a mountain that is huge. It's a Mount Everest of trying to figure out what your kids are doing, who they're communicating with, what they're learning about, good things and the bad things as well.
I mean, it makes me think of those little notes we used to fold and pass to each other in class when I grew up, and how things have changed so immensely. So let's talk about how the kids are working around these controls and what we need to be doing, because I know you have 5 top tips for us that we're going to put up on our display here. And one is learn the tools that kids use to stay hidden.
I think one of the things to start off is communication. I think parents have a hard time asking the questions because sometimes they're going to get answers back that they don't want to hear. But I think by asking questions such as, what did you see online today that made you happy? What was exciting? What scared you? What made you nervous? That communication is key, because a lot of parents were scared to do that, and kids don't want to do that. But creating that runway of open communication, I think, really helps, because kids can bypass it, being on incognito browsers, using apps that look certain ways, but actually behind it, it's a different sort of an app.
Oh my gosh.
So parents have to have the skill set to be able to talk to kids and ask them those difficult questions.
So the first tip, talk to your kids.
Talk to your kids.
That's a great
and
one.
it is the basic tip from the beginning. Talk to your kids.
And I think that goes with prioritize connection over control.
Absolutely.
Right there. And then screen time isn't the answer, behavior is. What does that mean? Really,
because screen time does one thing. It just blocks something. It's a way for a parent to sort of feel good and say, I stopped them from going online. Well, once that screen time lock is off, they're back online. And I think it reverts back to what we were talking about earlier, communication, talking. Social media is not built for us to win. It is hard for parents to see things, especially that are encrypted, that are hidden, and that disappear. So if you do not use a phone like we have, like our Aqua One phone, parents, you have a blind spot. You will not be able to understand what your kids are doing, the good and the really bad things as well.
I like your next tip. Stay in the know, even if it's cringe.
100%. And what we mean by that is sometimes it's great for parents to figure out, what is the new TikTok challenge? What is the new dance that's going on? What is something that's viral? Because when we can talk about those things with our kids, it brings us into their world. They see that we care, that we're actually understanding what's going on in their world, as opposed to the hectic world that parents live in every single day.
The last one, use technology that works with you, not against you. You mentioned your Aqua One smartphone. Let's tell, I know you've been on it for a couple of times now, but let's remind the folks what you have created yourself.
We have created the first phone in the United States of America where every single action that takes place on that child's smartphone, the Aqua One, it is sent to a parent dashboard all in real time. Much like instant replay or TiVo or DVR, parents finally get to see everything. And that's every app they're on, every browser they're on, every text, every email. We have turned the wall sideways and turned that into a bridge so parents finally get some power back and get to see what their kids are doing and bond with them again.
I mean, you'd be watching a movie side by side, and now there's a lot of information that comes in that you don't get to see. So it is a really incredible thing that you did. Jeff, great to see you again.
Great to see you again. Thanks for having us.